Sun is shining, let's get out. See you smiling, makes me smile.
Hello, I'm Taree808 and welcome to Mendoza's Corner. We will spend 5 minutes each week discussing a topic related to the queer community. We'll define the topic, give you some cool facts about it, then provide some of our thoughts. This week's topic is colonization of Blackness. The Webster's definition of queer is differing in some way from what is usual or normal, odd, strange, or weird. It is also relating to or characterized by sexual or romantic attraction that is not limited to people of a particular gender identity or sexual orientation. The primary motivation for European colonization of Africa was economics. As a result of industrialization, major social problems grew in Europe around unemployment, poverty, and homelessness. These social problems developed partly because not all people could be absorbed by the new capitalistic industries. One way to resolve this problem was to acquire colonies and export the surplus population, giving them jobs, land, and control over the native population. This led to the establishment of settler colonies in Algeria, Tanzania, South Africa, Namibia, Angola, Mozambique, and Central African areas like Zimbabwe and Zambia. Eventually, the overriding economic factors led to the colonization of other parts of Africa. These are the same nations that are currently involved in the suppression, silencing, and sometimes violence against Black queer people. It is quite clear that most African societies fought fiercely and bravely to retain control over their countries, but eventually lost out. This was partly for political and technological reasons. The 19th century was a period of profound and even revolutionary changes in the political geography of Africa, characterized by the demise of old African kingdoms. Some of the old societies were reconstructed and new African societies were founded on different ideological and social premises. Consequently, African societies were in a state of flux and many were organizationally weak and politically unstable. They were therefore unable to put up effective resistance against the European invaders. As these nations were colonized, the erasure of native Black practices was mandatory to ensure European social, political, and sexual practices were upheld through Christianity and made the new norm. The idea of the queer identity being a European trait erases people of color in many ways. It is also used to silence the Black queer narrative within the larger discussion within the Black community. This was seen in the use of the collective goal of equity and freedom for the Black community during the Jim Crow era, which superseded the acceptance and protection of the Black queer community. We are always taking suggestions on topics for future episodes. Feel free to share with us a queer topic that you would like for us to cover in 5 minutes or less. You can either comment or send us an email to info@iTiMiNak.com. Until next week.